Hi, this is Alfawzia Neha from At Home Tuition. Welcome to our session today. In today's video, we are going to discuss the topic solving complementary and supplementary angle problems. Okay. In this lesson, we present the examples of the typical problems on supplementary, complementary or vertical angles. Let me start with the definition of angles. Complementary angles are the angles that add up to give 90 degrees as the total. This would look like, please look at the figure. If you add these two angles 52 and 38, you'll be getting the total 90 degrees. So these two angles are said to be complementary angles. Does this make sense to you? Okay, now let us move on to the next type of angle, supplementary. Supplementary angles means the angles that add up to give the total 180 degrees. Supplementary means the angle on half the circle. By looking at this figure, you can understand that there are two angles on a straight line. So these two add up to give 180 degrees. Just by looking at the first alphabet, you can identify what would be the total degree. Now please look at these two alphabets. This represents 9 and this represents 8. So totally this would give 90 degrees and this would give 180 degree. This is a quick tip to identify the total angle that we'll get using these names, complementary and supplementary. This tip will be helpful to remember the angle. Now let's work a few examples to understand how to solve complementary and supplementary angles problems. Here is your first example. Please read the question once. I have drawn a figure in this question. The straight line AB and two supplementary angles ACD and angle BCD are shown. The angle measure of the angle ACD is 110 degrees. So what are the angle measures of the angle BCD? One half of the angle is given. We are supposed to find the other one. It is given that ACD is 110 degrees. Since the angles ACD and BCD are supplementary, their sum is the straight angle. Am I right? So adding these two angles, the total would be 180 degrees. Just plug in the value 110 here. Subtracting both the sides by 110, BCD would be 180 minus 110, which is equal to 70 degrees. So the angle measure of the angle BCD is 70 degrees. That's it for this problem. This is how we use the statement supplementary angles add up to give 180 degrees while solving the problem. Hope you're clear with this problem. Let me take one more example and explain you. Here is your next example. Please read the question once. This question is asking us to find the angle measures of the angle ACD and BCD. Let us take down the clue. Let me name the unknown variable, unknown angle measure of the angle BCD as x. Given information says that the angle measure of the angle BCD is equal to x plus 10. 20 degrees greater. Greater than means plus sign. So x plus 20 degrees. It is given that the angles ACD and BCD are supplementary. We can say that the sum is a straight angle. So this gives you the equation. Just add these two and set that equal to 180 degrees. This is your first angle. X plus 20 is the second one. They add up to give 180 degrees because they are supplementary. Now let's solve for x. Combining the like terms, x plus x gives you 2x. Let us shift 20 to the other side by subtracting 20 degrees from both the sides. Dividing both the sides by 2 will get the x value. 160 divided by 2 will give you 80. Thus we get that the angle measure of the angle BCD is 80 degrees. Now let's find the other angle ACD. ACD is x plus 20 degrees. So just back substitute x is equal to 80 there. Replace x by 80. 80 plus 20 will give you 100. The angle measure of the angle BCD is, ACD is 80 plus 20, which is equal to 100 degree in accordance with the problem condition. You can also check that the sum of the angles ACD and BCD is equal to straight angle. 80 plus 100 will give you 180 degree. So you get the answer. Angle ACD is 100 degree, angle BCD is 80 degrees. Hope you're clear with this example. Let me take an example on two adjacent supplementary angles. Similar to this example. Please read the question once. Let x be the angle measure of the angle BCD. Then the angle measure of the angle ACD is 3 times greater than that of the angle BCD. So you just have to add 3x. While converting the statement into equation, you have to replace is by equal to. So angle ACD equal to 3 times greater than that of the angle BCD. So 3x times, so I'm multiplying 3. Since these two angles are supplementary, their sum is a straight angle. So this gives you an equation. Now let's simplify this equation step by step and solve for x. X plus 3x will give you 4x. On dividing both these sides by 4, we'll get 180 over 4 is 45. We have got the value for one of the angle. Now let's substitute this x in 3x to get the angle ACD. Replace x by 45. So the other angle is 135 degrees. Thus we get the two angle measures in accordance with the problem condition. Let us now check that the sum of the angles is equal to straight angle or not. 45 plus 135 is, hence it satisfies the given condition. Hope you are clear with this example. Okay, so far we were discussing supplementary angle problems. Now let me take few examples on complementary angles too. Here is your example. Please read the question. Okay, look at the figure. This is a 90 degree. Okay, let us take down the given information and solve the question. Since the angles BAD and DAC are complementary, their sum is the right angle, which is nothing but 90 degrees. Am I right? So this is by definition. Now let us find the angle measures of the angle DAC, where BAD is 50 degrees. Subtract 50 degrees from both the sides. So we will get, therefore the angle measure of the angle DAC is 40 degrees. Hope you are clear with this example. Here is your next example. Find the angle if its complementary angle isn't 20 degree greater. Okay, let x be the angle measure of the given angle in degrees. Then the angle measure of the complementary angle is 20 degrees greater, so it means x plus 20. We got this from the given information. Since the sum of the given angle and its complementary is the right angle, you can write an equation by adding these two and setting that equal to 90 degrees. Now as usual, we need to simplify this equation step by step and solve for x. Now let's combine these two like terms. X plus x is nothing but 2x. Subtract 20 degrees from both these sides, so we'll get 70. Divide both these sides by 2, so we can solve for x. 70 over 2 is 35. Thus we got that the angle measure of the given angle is 35 degree. Then the angle measure of the complementary angle would be x plus 20, which is nothing but 35 plus 20. Just replace x by 35 degrees and add these two. 35 plus 20 is 55. You can check that the sum of the given angle 35 and its complementary angle 55. 35 plus 55 will give you 90 degrees. Am I right? So you get the angle measure of the given angle is 35 degrees and angle measure of the complementary angle is 55 degrees. That's it for this example. Now let me take next example. Here is our example. We are supposed to find the angle if its complementary angle isn't 4 times greater. Times means multiplication. Let x be the angle measure of the given angle. We always assume some variable to denote the unknown angle or unknown term. Then the angle measure of the complementary angle is 4 times greater. It means x plus 4 times x. Greater means plus sign. Since the sum of the given angle and its complementary is the right angle, you can write an equation. Just plug in the angles. Combine the like terms. This question is just saying 4 times greater, so the complementary angle will be 4x. Now combine the like terms. X plus 4x will give you 5x. Dividing both the sides by 5 will get the x value. 90 over 5 will give you 18. Thus we got the angle measure of the given angle, which is equal to 18 degrees. Then the angle measure of the complementary angle is nothing but 4 times x. Just replace x by 18, which is nothing but 72 degrees. We can check that the sum of the given angle and its complementary is equal to right angle. So 18 plus 72 is giving you 90 degree. So these two angles prove that they are complementary angles. So the answer is the angle measure of the given angle is 18 degrees and the angle measure of the complementary angle is 72 degrees. Hope you are clear with this example. I have pasted a figure of the angles. The lower half, that is the half circle, is the supplementary angles. 20 plus 35 plus 125 will give you 180 degrees. And please look at this green portion. This 90 degrees divided into 2. So if you just add these two and check whether you're getting 90 degrees, it will prove. 75 plus 15 is 90 degrees. So these two form a complementary angles. These two angles are complementary and these three angles are supplementary. And one more additional information, quarter circle refers to the quarter of the quarter portion of the circle, which is nothing but 360 divided by 4. That is 90 degrees. This is just for your reference. Hope you are clear with the concept that we are discussing.